But you know, folks, what troubles me even the most about all of this is these daddies. Now, I have to say, certainly there are some circumstances where the father stays around, tries to help that child, and that's terrific. Certainly there are situations where the mother works as hard as she can, doesn't come to the government for support. And those people deserve our kudos, our blessings. That's different from cooties, by the way, kudos. But folks, all too often, I've seen with my own eyes the daddies just walking away. I've seen daddies, 2, 3, 4 different children, 2, 3, 4 different women. You're lucky if they're supporting any of them. Sometimes you're lucky if they know their last names. The other day I'm watching the Nancy Grace show. She was talking about an NBA All-Star. NBA All-Star who had 10 children by 8 different women. And he was filing for bankruptcy. He couldn't pay for them all. So you get to pay for them despite his NBA All-Star salary. Now, yes, you may say that maybe that's an exception, but anyone who's working in the city knows this is endemic disorder. And I'm so troubled by this business with these young men just walking away. I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call up my old friend, Minister Louis. You know, whenever that man talks, we all listen. That man is a walking suppository of useful explications and excrementations. So I said, I'm going to call him up. Hello, Louis? It's Jeremiah. Jeremiah? Jeremiah? What is it, some kind of bullfrog or something? Jeremiah? What are you talking about, bullfrog? This is Jeremiah Wrightheous. Jeremiah Wrightheous. Jeremiah Wrightheous. You sure this ain't no bullfrog, Jeremiah? Louis, 1 minute I am going to come over there and kick your ass. Oh, that's Jeremiah Wrightheous. You are right, Jeremiah Wrightheous. You are right. It's the government's fault. It's the CIA. You or I would never walk away on our own children unless the government was making us do it. It's the CIA. They're sending out wavelengths and spirits, occupying our minds and bodies, filling us with these urges, and we see these pretty women, and we do our thing, and then we just walk away. We don't even remember it. Louis, not to interrupt, but this is all seeming just a little bit peculiar. Just a little bit peculiar? Peculiar? Well, you're a minister. You believe in spirits and such. And I'll tell you something else. It's them Jewish CIA spirits that are doing it. You know how horny those bastards are. They're the ones making us do it. Well, Louis, this has all been very interesting. Very, very interesting. But I think I gotta go now. I'm telling you, Jeremiah, they're filling us with these titillating thoughts. Titillating thoughts for these titties, my friend. Titillating thoughts. Why, thank you, Louis, thank you. It's the Jews. It's the Jews. Well, folks, after I was all done with my somewhat less than illuminating talk with Minister Louis, I began to ask myself the age-old question. Am I nuts? Or was he nuts? I began to think to myself, you know, maybe I've been on the wrong track, just blaming this government for everything. You know, folks, I truthfully believe that the most precious, beautiful gift the good Lord gives us is our children. And men, when you walk away from your children, in a certain sense, you're walking away from the best part of yourself, from the good part of yourself. And when you have to run and hide from the things that you've done, and you can't take a good, honest look at yourself anymore, my friends, that is a slippery slope to be sliding down. Now, we've all done things we wish we hadn't done. I'm just about the king of that, come right down to it. We've all done things we wish we hadn't done. But it's the devil's game, folks, to tell you, oh, forget about it. Don't worry about it. Don't do anything about it. Here, have some of this weed, have something to drink, have some of these pills. Don't worry about it. But at the same time, kind of working at you from underneath, making you feel uncomfortable about yourself, sometimes even a paralyzing guilt. But my friends, it's the Lord's way. It's God's way. It's the good person's way to try to do something about the things that we've done, to try to be a good person, to try to help things out. So men, if possible, go back and help your children. Help those young women. Maybe it isn't possible, but if you know in your heart that you're trying to do the good thing and the right thing, that's what matters in this world. If you're trying to be a force for the good, you will get a happiness deep inside that will help you to weather the storms and the rain that's going to fall. And we all know that rain does fall. Young women, please don't get pregnant. Finish school. Develop your skills and talents. Enjoy your youth. Help other people. And then, in the fullness of time, when you're able to support yourself fully, maybe find a life's partner, then it's time to have children. Otherwise, it's not fair to yourself, not fair to the children, and it certainly isn't fair to everybody else who right now is being taxed to death, don't have time to spend with their own children because they're working to support all these entitlement programs. Well, folks, that's my view. I'm sorry if this has all seemed a little bit long, but I would like to offer one little clarification. I am not that Reverend Jeremiah Wright that you hear about. No, 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 no. I mean, do I look like him? I don't think so. No, what we have here, folks, is a failure to communicate. I talk the way I do because I'm Southern. I was born in Sunnyside, Queens. And if you know anything about gardening, you know the Sunnyside is the Southern side. Maybe that's why I have such a sunny disposition. And folks, that's why I am sunny side up on America and its people, unlike that other character. I truthfully believe that if we could work together to solve this one problem, we would be solving so many problems all at the same time. You know, when Hillary Clinton was running for president, she proposed that we set up a fund, maybe $5,000, $6,000, whatever, for every child that was born. Well, folks, I'm not so sure that that wouldn't make this problem worse. But on the other hand, if we would say wait till every child got to be about the 5th grade or something, sat down with the family and said, this is your money. For college, it will grow, for vocational school, whatever. Provided you don't get anybody pregnant and you don't get pregnant. Because then guess where your money is going to be needed. Speaking of all these politicians, I also like to say I respect Senator McCain as well. I would be pleased, I would be well pleased to maybe baptize his children. Man, they're kind of old probably. Maybe I could bar mitzvah them. Yeah, they're probably kind of old for that. Maybe I could bar mitzvah his grandchildren, but, well, never mind. I love them all, folks. Now I shall be on my way rejoicing. I just want to say I hope I didn't hurt anybody's feelings. I don't care if you were born to a 12-year-old teenager, brought up by a pack of wild wolves, even Michael Vick's dogs. I don't care. If you try to be a good person in this world, you try to help people, you're just as wonderful as anyone else who ever lived. And don't let anyone tell you different. So folks, this is Reverend Jeremiah Wright saying, the righteous shall walk and not get weary. They shall run and not get tired. They shall fly like an eagle. But that was Steve Miller. And I say, folks, joy to the world, boys and girls. Joy to the world. Thank you.